Tea Party protest rally. Many of you have also attended many of these rallies. Do you know what the liberal Democrats, the socialists call us? Do you know what they call us? Nancy Pelosi calls us Nazis. Harry Reid, he calls us evil mongers. And Al Sharpton and many others call us racists. I look out at all of you, young and old, men and women, black and white, and all I see, I call you Americans. It's been 1 year since the Tea Party movement started in homes, small towns, and cities across America, and we are no longer intimidated into silence. Our future is at stake. Our republic and our constitutional liberties are at stake. And we don't care what they call us. We don't care if they say we're politically incorrect. We just speak the truth. The truth, ladies and gentlemen. And the truth is, on this tax day, that our taxes are way too high, and the Democrat Party is making them even higher. Ladies and gentlemen, today is tax day, and we're here to protest an unlimited government whose taxing, borrowing, and spending is way out of control.
Yes!
We pay personal federal income tax, personal state income tax, personal local income taxes, corporate federal income taxes, corporate state income taxes, capital gains taxes, dividend taxes, social security taxes, Medicare taxes, Medicaid taxes, county property taxes, municipal property taxes, school property taxes, state sales taxes, local sales taxes, gasoline taxes, cable television taxes, telephone taxes, hotel taxes, rental car taxes, electric utility taxes, and the list goes on and on and on. I haven't even started. I haven't even finished.
Liquor taxes!
And the Democrats even want us to pay a value-added tax. We are way overtaxed. Under current laws enacted by the Democrat Party, some Americans will pay 60% of their income to the government starting next year, counting just federal, state, and local income taxes. And when you add sales taxes, and when you add property taxes, some Americans will pay 70% of what they earn to the government starting next year. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't care how much money you make, no American should pay 70% of what they earn with their labor to the government. No American. And what do the Democrats do? What do the Democrats do? They play class warfare and call the, in quotes, rich greedy. They call people greedy. Most of these so-called rich Americans who work and save and invest and raise families and work hard at their jobs and create jobs and build the American economy for all of us. My grandfather, yes, my grandfather was an orphan. As a small boy, his mother, my great-grandmother, died. My great-grandfather then abandoned his children, and my grandfather was placed in an orphanage at age 5 years old. In his teens, my grandfather left the orphanage, lived above a broken-down garage. He shined shoes, he picked crops, and did whatever he could to earn a living. In time, he found a solid job, earned a good living, and pulled himself and his family up into the middle class. My mother and father got good educations, worked very hard, and pulled our family up further. Many years later, everything's connected. God has a plan. Everything's connected. Many years later, I started a company that created close to 1,000 jobs here in Pittsburgh. And yes, I stood on my father's and my grandfather's shoulders, and I followed the American dream. Now, does the fact that I worked really hard and I've been successful, does that make me evil and greedy? No! Does the fact that you have worked hard to make yourself successful, does the fact that you are working hard now to make yourself and your family successful, does that make you evil and greedy?
No!
No, of course not. People like us, ladies and gentlemen, are the backbone of America.
That's right!
And when you look at all these taxes, do we deserve to have 30, 40, 50, 60, even 70% of our money taxed away so the people who control our government can spend and redistribute our money how they want? No! The money you and I work hard for, the money you and I earn is not the government's money, it's our money.
That's right!
Democrats spending our money. You know the story. They passed $1 trillion stimulus bill, increased regular spending by the government by hundreds of billions or more. What they do with it? They're bailing out banks, they're buying insurance companies, they're buying auto companies, they're funding irresponsible states from New York all the way to California. They're appeasing public sector unions.
Yes, they are.
They are. They're funding Acorn. They're expanding welfare benefits. They destroyed welfare reform. They're nationalizing your health care. And they're building stupid government projects like the tunnel to the casino. You know, it's not just here in Pittsburgh. Do you know, you go across this country, every city has a stupid government project like the tunnel to the casino that no sane person would ever invest in. They're wasting our money. When they tax and borrow, it's like taking an economic bucket of water out of one end of the pool. They spill a lot of the ground through waste and stupidity like the tunnel. Then they dump what is left back into the other end of the pool. And they say that's raising the water level of the economy. That, ladies and gentlemen, is called socialist Keynesian economics. It didn't work for Roosevelt? No. It didn't work for Nixon? No. It didn't work for Carter? No. And now it's failing big time for Obama. President Obama promised us, he promised all you Americans out there that if we pass this $1 trillion stimulus package, that unemployment wouldn't go over 8%. Well, the failure of his Keynesian stimulus is why the unemployment rate is now stuck at 10%. And when you include the discouraged, it's 18%. 18% in the United States of America. Can you believe that? But that's what government regulation, that's what more taxation, and that's what a government out of control does for us. And the national debt, when President Obama took office, it was $8 trillion. And under his policies, it's going to go to $20 trillion. With the Democratic Party and change, we're becoming a nation that does not reward hard work, but redistributes wealth. And in America, no able-bodied adult should get paid not to work. With the Democrat Party in charge, we're becoming a nation that does not protect freedom, does not defend liberty, but takes it away. When asked why the government will take 6 years to fully implement its new health care nationalization, senior Democratic Party Congressman John Dingell said, and I quote, he said, "It will take 6 years to control the American people." That's what they're trying to do. You know, ladies and gentlemen, my 18-year-old daughter came to me a few weeks ago after the health care nationalization was passed, and she said, "You know, Dad, when I grow up, I'm not sure I can live in this country. I'm not sure I can stay here. Maybe I should go to Australia or someplace where they're going to protect my rights." And I said, well, maybe she's right. And then I thought about it, and I said, you know, no. Too many of us have worked too hard to build this nation. It's our country. We're not going to abandon it. We've got to take it back. And you notice I thought, and too many of our sisters and brothers and fathers and grandfathers and forefathers have died to give us this country. 30,000 in the Revolutionary War, 450,000 in World War II, 600,000 in the Civil War, and many, many others. We can't walk away from them. We cannot walk away from that sacrifice. It's our country. So let's take back our country. Let's stand together and vote out the liberal progressive Democrats.